Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Wands Tarot. My name is Carmen, and today I have a reading for you about somebody looking back in terms of guidance, which is kind of maybe backwards. But I feel like there's something that was said a long time ago by a friend or a loved one that is helping somebody navigate a really difficult situation. We've got the magnifying glass and the maze or labyrinth. Sorry, labyrinth. Hi there, healing frequencies. How are you doing today? So I feel like this is a complex strategy, itinerary, plan. This could be somebody who is changing jobs, getting out of a relationship, moving, but whatever it is, this complicated journey or thing that somebody's trying to accomplish is guided by somebody that gave some pretty sage advice. So let's call in spirit with a little bit of intention. And I think I want the energy oracle. I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. Hi there, Tiana. How are you doing? All right. What else do we have? Fifth chakra, Archangel Gabriel, which is number 39, number 45, man holding a heart, and number 28, victory. Well, I like to see the victory card. The fifth chakra is the solar plexus chakra, which is about self-definition. If you wonder why I look up there, it's because the thing that I wrote all of the chakras on is up there. But we have somebody that is figuring out more concretely, this is who I am, this is who I want to be, this is the path I want my life to take, and they're headed towards a victory. It's so funny because this is really, I don't know, I feel like the color gold is important. Because we have it on all three cards. It is like the frame for the deck as well, but then I also randomly have like kind of gold eyeshadow on. So I feel like the color gold is important, okay, you guys? Because I don't really like, I don't know, I don't usually do the gold eyeshadow. But it could just be representative of like your number one, right? Like if we were looking at the Olympics, you get the gold. So I feel like we could have somebody that is concerned about whether or not they're competing, or there could be somebody who's dealing with some insecurity. The man holding a heart obviously implies we've got somebody that is either highly sensitive, dealing with a lot of emotions, or quite literally in love. So this could be more of a love situation. This is the Morgan Greer. Got the Ten of Swords, Five of Pentacles in the reverse. Hold on. I got it, you guys. Hold on. And the High Priestess. Okay. This feels to me like what was said a long time ago was you're going to go through something really difficult, but you're going to be fine. With the Five of Pentacles in the reverse, it's like this too shall pass. You've got some hurdles that you need to clear, but you're going to be fine. I feel like for some of you, this is hearing a story about somebody surviving something similar, growing from an experience that's very similar, but it came from somebody that this man holding a heart would consider to be pretty intelligent, perceptive, or wise. Hello there, Ben. How are you doing? Hello, DW. Perfect. Hello, Grant. How's it going? I love it. Nelly's number one. I don't know. I think some people would tell you that Eminem is number one. It sure ain't Drake. Sorry. I'm sorry if you like Drake. But also, I will always treasure Nelly because music helps you time travel. I'm trying to decide whether or not to tell you guys something because it's kind of funny, and I forgot about it until I started talking about Nelly. Fuck it, I'm telling you. So I played a couple sports in high school, and we were able to put like whatever we wanted on these like fake jerseys. I can't remember, like practice jerseys or whatever. Those of you that know me, obviously I was number 13, obviously. Instead of my last name, I put me good. Because I knew none of the parents would get the reference, and you're probably gonna be able to figure out like how old I am now. You know, if you were listening to Nelly around that time, you knew what that was. I thought I was so clever. Yeah. Anyways, feel free to make fun of me because that's ridiculous. Hello there, Paul. How are you doing? Yeah. Anyways, the number 8 is very important. Like, I'm not even kidding. We've got 8 of Cups in the reverse, Strength in the reverse. Strength is number 8. And the 8 of Pentacles in the reverse. 888. Pizza Hut is really great. Wasn't that an ad? I'm pretty sure that was an 8 thing. And then they rhyme. Anyways, clearly I need to eat some food. Look, we have somebody that is indecisive, somebody that is trying to find some direction. And this person's realized that part of the reason they have ended up in a difficult situation or feeling kind of lost is because they were not investing in the areas they should have, or they were investing in the wrong things. This could be somebody who worked tirelessly to build a beautiful house, but they built it on a sinkhole. That's obviously not really what happened, right? Hopefully. I didn't really know like sinkholes were like that big of a thing until I moved here. And someone told me a story of a sinkhole on their property being the most likely reason their horse disappeared. And I just like needed a moment because that's brutal. Your energy, your time, your efforts, because let's be real, we all have different skills, we all have different talents. Some of us are hilarious and some of us are sentimental, right? You got to figure out what is it that I bring to this world, and then you invest in that, right? This person's realizing they've invested in the wrong areas, in the wrong people, maybe the wrong goals. And I don't think it's across the board, you know, like don't be too harsh on yourself. I know now that my energy is currency. I know now that my time is currency and I've spent it foolishly, right? Did you like Carmen's story hour? We also used to try to see how many cigarettes we could smoke before going to practice. Like between the end of school, hop in my friend Jenny's car, drive around, smoke a couple cigarettes, but make it in time for practice. Like what the? Yeah. Anyways, Five of Cups. I hope she's still living life and being awesome. She was great. And Jackie. Yeah. Mhm. Five of Cups, Empress, Nine of Cups in the reverse. So the word selfish gets maybe a little bit too much use in the negative slant, right? I'm not necessarily in agreement with many of the teachings of Ayn Rand, but I am a huge fan of hers, in particular because of the type of prose she's written. I love how she writes. I think she writes incredibly. I just don't think she has much of a heart. So it's kind of funny because my basic premise here for these three cards is we have this sage advice coming from this high priestess energy, teaching the value of sometimes needing to be selfish. Let's just remember that nobody gets anywhere by literally giving everything to everyone and doing nothing for yourself. You can use the airplane analogy of put your mask on first and then you can help, your kids or whatever. You could use the analogy of like, well, whatever, you know. This is somebody, our Ten of Swords individual, who has had to go through a lot of loss, experience a lot of regret that was tied to their own inaction or their own willingness to self-sabotage for the benefit of those around them. Now, that could be for their family, that could be for their work, that could be for their friends. But we have somebody who's capable of being an empress. This is why I say don't get caught up on the genders, right? Because I think most people would see this empress and assume that's the high priestess, but I think this is actually more of like the masculine energy, the man holding a heart, realizing that they have this divine feminine within them as well. Can you build your own empire if you are constantly giving it away to others? No. Do I think it's important to be charitable? Hell yeah, it is. Be good. I've quite literally given away like my last $20 before. Like, I'm not a saint. Don't confuse that. What I'm saying is I feel like we have somebody here who has been a little bit too giving, a little bit too people pleasing, and invested that energy in the wrong areas. They're being advised currently to show that loving energy to themselves, to build something that they want to build, to pursue a life that they want and be a little bit selfish. I don't see this Nine of Cups in the reverse in a bad light, which is very unusual for me, but it's clarifying our high priestess. This high priestess has taught somebody the value of the divine feminine in terms of letting somebody take care of you or building your own empire, because the empress is somebody who has something to create, right? All right. Hi there, one. How we doing today? I'm glad you agree with me. I mean, it's not really my opinion. It's like facts, though. Hello, Prince. How are you doing? Hello, Catherine. Hope you're doing well. We've got the Ace of Wands in the reverse, Six of Wands in the reverse, Queen of Cups. So I would guess most of you feel when you see my channel that I'm like pretty comfortable here, right? Like I'll just like I haven't like burped in front of you all or anything, but like I'm pretty comfortable here, right? I probably should have pursued something in terms of acting, but I tried out for one play, didn't make it. and then was like, fine, fuck you then. In middle school, okay, you guys? So, like, what? I was like 12. And then I was like, I swear you off for the rest of my life. You will never again see the acting skills of Carmen. That's what happened here. We have somebody that had a bad experience and was like, you're dead to me. I don't know what you are, but you're dead, okay? Six of Wands in the reverse is the opposite of our victory card that came out at the beginning, right? You maybe took something a little bit to heart that you shouldn't have. I don't know what it was. It could have been a bad experience in love. It could have been a rough childhood, which, like, I'm not going to call you out on, because anybody with a rough childhood, it's going to take a little bit of time to learn how to love, right? Learn how to be yourself, learn how to pursue what makes you happy, and let go of some of those traumas. But we have somebody here that had like an insult or a bad situation. It's like, I got burned once and I was like, we're not going to do that again, okay? Lesson learned. You don't want me. Look, that was like probably some rando parent volunteer that crushed my dreams forever. Why did I give them so much power? They might not even be knowing what they might have been doing some full-on nepotism-ish, you know, like, screw that Carmen girl, I'm putting in my own daughter. And I let it ruin my whole life, you guys. I'm kidding, but like not really, but like kind of. Don't let one person's opinion color or like inform your entire perception of who you are, how great you are, or what you're like capable of, right? So we have, I think, somebody gaining courage, gaining confidence because of this Queen of Cups. So I don't know who this Queen of Cups is. It doesn't even have to be somebody outside of you. This could be you learning to love yourself. I think for many of you, you saw the love someone else had for you. It doesn't have to be romantic. It could be family love. It could be friendship. But you saw yourself in someone else's eyes. And that can be powerful, right? So 10 of Cups in the reverse, the World. This is the Tattoo Tarot, by the way. Raise your hand if you need another tattoo. Like, so bad. Hi there, D. Marie. How are you doing? I'm not going to disagree with you one bit there. Because, yeah, I think that's correct. I also have a lot of respect for people that have that, like, I said what I said kind of vibe. Like, look, I'm not going to like go out of my way to insult you. I might make stupid little jokes and you can make fun of me right back. Like, I can take it, I promise. But like, I love people that are just like, here's how I feel about the situation. I don't really apologize because that's just how I feel. Maybe I don't have all the information, but from this perspective, you look like a tool. Be mad. That's cool. Hi there, Joseph. How are you doing? Hey, I mean, there's being stuck in the past, and then there's people who are inspired by somebody they spoke to do better. And I think this person's doing better. So I would not call this being stuck in the past, my friend. Hello there, James. How are you doing? Oh, you're so sweet, Demery. Thank you. That's really nice of you. So we have the Two of Pentacles being added. Look, you guys, we've got somebody who's like, I see why I didn't feel like I belonged. I see why I was in a cycle of toxicity, chaos, interpersonal conflict, inner conflict. And I know how to close that chapter. I know how to avoid those things repeating. I love that the World is what clarifies the Empress card, because this for me is empowering. This is somebody saying, I know now how to leverage the feminine side of me without it taking over. One could argue this Two of Pentacles is, I know now how to balance the divine masculine and the divine feminine within me. You have them both. I don't care which one you think is more prominent. You got them both. This person has figured out how to balance the two. Nine of Swords in the reverse is clarifying our Ace of Rods or Ace of Wands in the reverse. Unexpected help. You might be really freaking out about something. You might feel like you're in a maze. You might feel lost. But there's like somebody who sees, like they have this vantage point. Yo, I see you're in a maze, but like you just got to keep going and then you take a left. When you see the Del Taco, you know, you're there. I don't know why I said Del Taco. It's the hunger, you guys. I need to eat some food. Two of Wands. Queen of Cups in the reverse. Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups in the reverse. This is interesting because I don't think this is a bad thing. And I don't really like the Queen of Cups in the reverse whenever I see the Queen of Cups in the reverse, because generally what that indicates to me is somebody acting without love or somebody acting to emotionally control another person. But I think this is more so somebody that feels like they can spot it. They can see the people that are acting from a place of love and the people who are acting from a place of fear. You don't get to do both. You are one or the other, in my opinion. You know, let's fight if you disagree. Do you make decisions based on what you're afraid of? Or do you make decisions based on what you love, what's passionate, or what is a passion for you, what you're pursuing? I think we have somebody switching gears. Come on. It's great. It's perfect. Seven of Swords in the reverse. Two of Swords. And the Hierophant. The Hierophant is the divine counterpart to the High Priestess. The Hierophant is in the same column as the High Priestess. If you are honest with yourself, whoever resonates with the man holding a heart, the one trying to define who they are, it's like you saw a little reflection of yourself in another person. If you want me to be real nerdy about it, we could say this is kind of like a Harry Potter Patronus moment. I think when you resonate with somebody on a spiritual level, you feel they understand you or you understand them in some way, in particular in a way that most people don't, right? And you see that they have endured or surpassed or overcome something that you currently are going through. It's inspirational, right? It's like, okay, I see a little bit of myself in you and you have overcome this or you have found a way to address this issue. So too can I, because like I have that same thing, right? So I think we have somebody that is casting off a bit of a mask, letting go of the need to do as others expect, be who other people think you should be, and instead reclaim that authenticity. For some of you, this is to do with religion or some sort of spirituality. You may be rejecting some principles you were taught as a child. You may be welcoming back into the fold some beliefs that you had rejected. But I feel like this is, again, when we're talking about self-definition, right? This is who I am. This is what I believe. This is what I hold dear. And that's how I'm going to act. If you hadn't noticed, the Hierophant card has a two-headed crow. Two of Swords. Divine feminine, divine masculine in one person is what's happening. So I'm proud of you. This is looking like ascension or a pretty serious leveling up. Right? Judgment in the reverse. Strength in the reverse in the same column. Ace of Cups in the reverse. I know now that I've made a bad decision or I've taken the wrong approach. I've viewed love as weakness. So you could argue that hate is pretty powerful. You could argue that the need to have power is in itself powerful. And we could probably have a pretty decent debate if I were arguing love is more powerful. I know it's cheesy, isn't it? It's so cheesy. But it is. There's obviously a weakness that you could identify or argue exists when you care about how somebody does, right? If I have a child, then that's a weakness because I worry about whether or not they're doing all right, right? Is that an argument to not have children? You tell me. I think this is somebody who's realizing I can't forego the things that I want in life, or I can't ignore what makes me feel alive just because it's a risk. This is kind of tying back to what I said on yesterday's reading, quoting the lovely Trixie. Look, you can get betrayed whether or not you're open to love or you close yourself off to it. You can get betrayed either way. If that is true, why live yourself or why live your life like blocked off from everything? So I think we have a redefinition or somebody really kind of like questioning how they view love, whether it is a strength, a power, or a weakness. Again, I'll fight you because love inspires. Love motivates. Love is a catalyst. So, nah. All right, so let's go with the Earth and Bone Oracle and see what else we have for you. Crows mate for life. I don't know if I knew that. I like that factoid. Thank you. Hi, Joe. How are you doing? The chicken and Peter Griffin. Oh my god. Ooh, okay. All right. I didn't. Okay, we're going for 4 then, since I didn't know I had 3. That's funny. I actually have number 3. All right, so we have number 29, which is adversary. Yeah. Underneath adversary, it says hard work, diligence, progress, challenges, and adversity. And then number 3, Trinity. It's just a picture of the chick from The Matrix. Just kidding. Balancing decisions, priorities, and adapting to change. It sounds like somebody's living life a little bit different, you know? Is it hard work to change your life? Damn Skippy. Is it worth it? Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, it has been for me. You can tell me what you think. Hi there, Queen. How we doing? Also, I love that it's Queen Sheba. I've definitely heard that nickname because I put my hair in a towel. That's funny. Number 17 and number 18. I love the progression. We have somebody moving forward. Okay. This is somebody who's becoming like an evolved version of themselves, right? So we have prosperity, wealth, contentment, success. We had victory, right? Achievements and abundance. So if you get your head right, your bank account will follow. I like that, don't you? Number 18 is sorcerer. Ambition, determination, willpower, creation. Creation, that's that Empress energy, and focus. So, whatever your gender, it don't really matter. You're working on this. You're creating something that only you can build. Does it kind of look like that's a heart right there in the bone? I guess it's technically a skull. I think so. I'm not really sure. Yeah. There's teeth. I see the teeth now. What the hell are you? Anyways, you're powerful. I think you're finally realizing that. And I'm proud of you. We're going to go with the Path of Shadows. But I only want one of them because I don't think we need to dwell on the things that you've been dealing with. I think you're towards the end of it, right? Things may still seem a little bit hairy, but I don't feel like this is like I'm drowning, right? Like you know what's going on. Werewolf. Only the moon knows what it takes to hide this turmoil. Two sides of the same tormented soul. To hide this turmoil. Yeah. Somebody's changing. This could refer to the two sides of one person, right? Like the divine feminine, divine masculine we've been talking about. But it could also be in reference to somebody seeing themselves in another person, right? Like I mentioned earlier. Or you're just actually a werewolf, which is cool. Don't attack me. Okay. Yeah. Thanks. Appreciate it. Or do. I don't know. Would that be that? Maybe that's interesting. All right. This is the Egyptian tarot. What else do we have? Seven of Cups in the reverse. Knight of Cups in the reverse. Five of Pentacles in the reverse. I see now, it's clear that being fearful or expecting the worst doesn't get me anywhere. If it's not already super obvious to you. Hi there, Hunter. How are you doing? Your thoughts are important. You might think nobody gets in there. There's just like cobwebs, like nobody actually sees like what's going on up there. But like you bring about things in your life if you focus on them, right? So what do you want to be focused on? What do you want to manifest? Think about that. Stop thinking about the dumb things. Whatever they may be. Five of Pentacles in the reverse. There's abundance coming to you. There's prosperity that's meant to come to you. You're meant to have victory here. I feel like you're already starting this process, or you already have started this process of letting go of some of this negativity or this fear. Because you already have identified, I made the wrong call. I've been causing myself problems by pushing people away or, prioritizing the wrong things. Seven of Swords, Magician in the reverse. Two of Pentacles in the reverse. Two of Cups in the reverse. If I see it up, I probably should take it. It's another two in the reverse. Got a lot of twos. So look. Magician in the reverse with the Seven of Swords. If you expect things to go poorly, if you expect people to lie to you, if you expect people to betray you, if you expect people to be cruel or disappointing, that's what you manifest. Stop manifesting this. Stop expecting the worst of people. Have you ever had one of those friends where they're in like an actually great relationship? They get along, they have similar hobbies, they're attracted to each other, whatever. Like it seems like a pretty legit relationship. But then that one person has jealousy issues. They freak out over, who's that you're friends with? How did you meet them? Where were you? Was it really your friends? And maybe initially there wasn't an issue, but because that person keeps harping on their partner, the partner's like, well, if you're going to be mad at me, regardless of whether or not I've actually done something, might as well do it, right? I don't advocate for that. If somebody has that big of an issue with jealousy and consistently assumes that you have done something wrong, either work on it, counseling, talk it out, whatever, or like let that person go. If you're going to assume the worst of me, even when I actually demonstrate that I'm a good person and I'm loyal and I'm not doing anything that you need to be worried about, then you're in your head and you're creating problems and you're assuming the worst and you're never going to like believe me. You created this instability, you created this breakup. So this is getting out of your head. Stop overthinking, right? See things the way they truly are, which both means, hey, you're not really that great. You just take. I'm not going to people please anymore, so I'm going to walk away from this. But also, you're pretty great, and I assumed the worst of you, so I need to like adjust my discernment there, right? When people show you who they are, believe them. So we have the Eight of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. I think you've got some communication coming in, or your person does. And it's going to be maybe a little bit of a difficult chat about loss. This could be, I want to like let you in a little bit and tell you more about what has happened to me. Here's what caused my depression. Here's what caused me to be afraid of love. Here, you don't have to phrase it that way, right? Like getting this off your chest, whatever this is going to help things. King of Wands. In terms of somebody understanding, right? And appreciating why things went the way they did. Nine of Cups in the reverse, same location. Why I had to be a little bit selfish. Why I now understand that what I need to do is what makes me happy instead of what makes other people happy. The Wheel, Chariot in the reverse. I don't really like seeing the Chariot in the reverse because the Chariot is forward movement. But the way I see this is actually, I want to change and not run away. I want to actually see what happens if I stay. What happens if I change my approach and instead of staying for a good time and not for a long time, I tried to actually stay for a long time? What would happen then? What? Well, that's pretty epic. So we're clarifying the Two of Pentacles in the reverse and the Two of Cups in the reverse, right? This is about instability and a breakup. I can't rely on anyone because I don't want to rely on anyone. Because I've made it really clear, I don't want to rely on any of you people. I'm a lone wolf. But if I found somebody on my level, if I found somebody that inspires me, if I found somebody that makes me feel understood, and I didn't walk away, and I stayed. Peace. Temperance is a really beautiful card. But for it to clarify the Two of Pentacles in the reverse, which is talking about instability, and this is talking about balance, this is like a 180. If you adjust how you invest your energy and you invest it in the people that actually, you know, demonstrate a willingness to be loyal, then you could have a peaceful existence. Let's get a few from the situations deck, and then we'll call it a day. Oh my. We got some sexual healing. Sexual. Yeah, so there's definitely physical attraction here. There's a desire to have a commitment. So in other words, if there's concern over whether or not this person sees themselves being loyal to you, I don't think that's an issue because there's a lot of attraction and there is this determination. I don't want to like be flighty, right? And then we have the roller coaster in the reverse and the interview or the talk in the reverse. I'm scared to talk because I don't want drama. This could be, I don't know how it's going to end, so I'm just going to avoid the ending. Triggers in the reverse. Waves in the reverse. This person has a consistent like they think about you consistently. They don't need things to remind them of you. They just think of you. This would be the High Priestess with this man with a heart. Got love in the reverse. All right. I don't even know why we have love in the reverse. Happiness? What kind of answer is that? It's like this person had to have the absence, had to be without to really realize how much they need it. I feel like this person's just really struggling with admitting that makes me happy. That is something I would want for a long time because they're so used to being like maybe a little bit critical. You are hiding from a conversation you think is going to be angry or contentious or combative, but there's a big old sunflower here. Like, no, it's not really like my dress, but you know, go with it, whatever. So I think this is somebody who's scared when they don't need to be. Again, you've already figured out you don't need to live your life from a place of fear. So pretty sure you got this. I'm not worried about you. All right. I'm going to leave it there. Thank you everyone for the badass live chat. You're awesome. And pretty funny. I'm not going to lie. So thank you for the likes and the subscribes. You guys are awesome. I will see you on the next reading. Toodles.